know who's seen the movie Apollo 13, and you have, that great line, failure is not an option. Well, that works great when you're stuck in outer space, but here on Earth, sometimes failure is an option. So to tell us a little bit about how you can turn failure into your success, Toni Husbands, give it up.
Okay, so I didn't get to go surfing with who went surfing? Anybody with FinCon? So this is my homage to surfing. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about wiping out in business and bouncing back and how we can relate that to being a better blogger. So it all started when my husband and I got married and we were crazy and in love. But we wanted to change the world or at least impact our community. So we thought we would create a new business and spur economic development in the inner city. So I live in Chicago, and if you think about Chicago, you think about kind of violence, and that's the kind of neighborhood where our laundromat was located, and that's where we wanted to open a laundromat. So welcome to Genesis Point Laundry. It's not sunny Southern California, as you can see. So we set about building a community, and one of the things that I'm really proud about is that we were able to create an environment where people felt safe again coming to wash their clothes. You would think washing your clothes would be a very boring experience. But before we took over this laundromat, it was not. But you can see we did community giveaways. This gentleman to your right was our Casanova in the community. All the older women made him dinner all night long. I don't know what he was doing. But we did turkey giveaways, and so those are some of our customers and our winners. We had computers in the laundromat, and we wanted to make this an area where people could wash their clothes, but when you're spending time there, you could do something productive, and then also we could get to know them, and again, try to spur that development in the community. So that was kind of our goal for the laundromat, but it wasn't always a festive place. And as you can see, this is our wanted poster. There were some thefts sometimes in the laundromat, so we never found this lady, and she never got her money back, but somebody lost $20 while she was working one day. We tried to find her, but it didn't happen. And as you can see, we had windows, picture windows in the front. Those would be broken out, unfortunately, more than once, and it cost money. So these are some minor irritations, and also that white van was our pickup van. We had our window shattered by a bullet one day, so it's a kind of unfortunate situation, but nobody was hurt, so that's a good thing. Now, major irritations. Our power was cut one day. Actually, not one day, twice. Our power was cut. The main source of the power was cut, as you can see there. And I was told by electricians that this is very dangerous and actually can lose your life. So somebody really wanted to get access to those copper cables, and I'm told that you can only get those about $100 for those. It cost us $15,000 to repair that. So, and this happened twice. So major irritation. What we ended up having to do was build something like this, except vertical, to keep the thieves away from our power cables. Who knew people stole copper from power cables? But we learned. So it was an interesting experience, and we learned a lot, but unfortunately our business didn't survive. So after 10 years, we were forced to close down because we had some leaks that we weren't willing to fix and pay more money, put more money into this laundromat. So the lessons that we've learned from this, I want to share for you today. So the first lesson that we learned was that it's important to seek wise counsel. We were taking advice from people who were telling us, oh, the laundromat is great, it's a turnkey business. They lied. There's no such thing as a turnkey business. You have to put work in, you have to be involved, and it's a very tiring and cumbersome endeavor. And we also didn't know that there was actually an armed robbery, and I'm very serious about this, an armed robbery the day before we close. So these are, again, some things that seeking wise counsel, talking to people that know about this, talking to the neighbors. And one of the things I did for my blog and learning from that is I hooked up with these crazy kids and we formed a mastermind to really help our blog and help us grow our businesses. So those are some of the things, the lessons that we learned from not speaking to people who know the information that you need. Another thing I learned from this is that it's important to start small. We went into debt. And as I said, my site is Debt-Free Diva, so I talk about getting out of debt. But before this, we went into over $200,000 worth of debt to finance this laundromat. And the other thing is that we talked about, we didn't really realize that sometimes it's okay to rent. We bought the building, and we were kind of working against Ray Kroc's advice to know thy business. We were in business to be a laundromat, not to be business owners. So the second lesson number 2 is to cut the cables when things are not, cut the cords when they're not working. Don't be afraid to cut and pivot. And I think after 10 years, we were just so scared to not advance and take a different path. And so, you know, we ended up burying our heads, and that's another thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to bury your heads. You want to face the facts and make wise decisions for your business, okay? And when you do that, sometimes you still will wipe out, but you pick up your board, you dust yourself out, and you catch the next wave.